this is Laura Jean. We're back for another episode of Cooking Up the Code. And in our previous episode, we were using StackBlitz. So StackBlitz is stackblitz.com. Now, StackBlitz enables you to spin up a whole new application without pulling down any dependencies to your local machine. And it does a lot more than that, but that's what we're going to be using it for today. So I've spun up a JavaScript app and a TypeScript app. And we're going to look at the some of the differences between JavaScript and TypeScript. So we can see here in JavaScript, I've got, I named this array. That's not a great name for that because it's actually meant to be a cat. So we'll call that a cat. Same thing over here. You can see where I used that code before and I forgot to change my variable name. So over here in TypeScript, I'm actually able to declare an interface that tells me what properties to expect on a cat. So I've got my color property, I've got my age property. Now, let's see what happens if I try to put another field on here. We'll call this one Mabel, the cat. So as you can see, cat doesn't know about the property Mabel. So in order to give that property to the cat, we're going to have to actually add it here to our interface that we've declared. So now we've got a cat named Mabel, and everything is actually working correctly. So let's go ahead and clear this console. Now I'm going to make another cat here. Let's say in this one, I actually don't know. Go ahead and copy and paste this. Oops, there, that looks silly. There we go. We'll go ahead and log that out there. So let's change some properties here. So this is for a tabby, but this one I don't know the age. So I'm going to take that off and I'm going to call this one Ricky. Okay, so our cat named Ricky, as you can see here, we're getting a TypeScript warning that's saying we're missing our age on this cat. Age is declared in our interface, but it's not in this object that we've declared. But you'll notice here in the compiler, just like with the arrays, it's still compiling just fine, so we're still seeing it logging in our console log. All TypeScript is doing here is giving you a visual cue, a warning here in your IDE that you've made a mistake on your types. So TypeScript isn't going to make the compiler stop, but it will sort of give you an indication that you've messed up. So what can we do if we don't know the age here? So we could, let's see if this works. We could potentially put, we could do that. So we could declare age and say it's undefined, but that feels a little bit silly to do that. The other thing we can do in our type is to put a question mark. And so now if I take this off, you'll see I'm no longer getting that TypeScript error. So what's going to happen in JavaScript if I try to declare an interface? So we're going to come up here, interface cat, and you can see right away, we're getting an error in our JavaScript file that's telling us interface declarations can only be used in TypeScript files. So that's really the big difference between JavaScript and TypeScript is in TypeScript, you get types. And types help you to make sure that you're meeting the contract of the objects that you're creating. So this is helpful if you're making, say you've got a request that you need or you're trying to render out a template and you're relying on the color property being present. This will guarantee to you in the IDE at least that every cat that you declare will have that color property or else you'll get a warning about it. So this has been another episode of Cooking Up the Code. I hope you've learned something today and I can't wait to talk to you again.